This is your UT10 Sports. I'm Gill. Both men's and women's Rockets basketball teams went into Cleveland last week as the number 1 seed in the MAC tournament, with the women taking the floor first. The women's basketball team went into the tournament as the number 1 seed, but that did not guarantee them success. The Ohio Bobcats proved to be a tough opponent early, with a pair of threes from Ohio's Erica Johnson helping put the Bobcats ahead of the Rockets. But a strong finish to the quarter put UT above Ohio on the scoreboard heading into the second. Most of the second quarter would feature both teams seemingly matching each other bucket for bucket. A jump shot from Jada Jensen helped to give Toledo a 34-32 lead into the break. Toledo would go on a 16-7 run in the third quarter, giving them a nice 9-point lead, before Ohio would begin to come back. A 3-point play from the all-time leading scorer in the MAC, Sierra Hooks, helped to cut Toledo's lead to just 4 points. This before Ohio would go scoreless for 4 minutes, and that, along with a big fourth quarter from Quenisha Lockett, who scored 10 points in the quarter, was enough for the Rockets to break away from the Bobcats and advance to the second round, winning by a final score of 80-67. Ohio may have been the 8th seed heading into the matchup, but Toledo coach Tricia Cullop knew it would be a battle till the end.
I was really proud of our players. I thought going into this game, they're probably the best 8th seed team in the country. So we knew that this battle in the first round would be one of the toughest that we'll face.
Round 2 for the Rockets would have them playing Ball State in what would be another tough matchup. Ball State came out the gate swinging, making 5 of their first 7 shots. The Rockets wouldn't get their first lead of the game until the second quarter when Quenisha Lockett made a layup, putting the Rockets up 21-20. However, Ball State would finish the quarter strong, going into halftime with a score of 39-25, favoring the Cardinals. The third quarter would continue to be mostly all Ball State, leading the Rockets by the end of the quarter 51-46. With a little over a minute left, Sophia Wire splashed in a 3, bringing Toledo closer with the score now 63-61 still in Ball State's favor. But a few free throws from the Cardinals helped to seal their victory with a score of 71-66, knocking the Rockets out of the tournament. It wasn't just a women's team who struggled in Cleveland, with the men's team for the Rockets having trouble as well. Central Michigan was a tough matchup for Toledo the first time they played, and it was no different in the first round of the tournament. There was hardly any separation between the two teams throughout the matchup, and almost any time one team would get hot, the other would then start to get going as well. A 3 from Seth Milner gave the Rockets a 20-17 lead about midway through the first half, before CMU answered with a 9-2 run. Rockets would put down a couple more shots, but they got cold towards the end of the half, missing 7 straight shots going into the break, helping the Chippewas go into halftime with a 2-point lead. Coming out of halftime, both teams would seemingly trade baskets to start the second half. Toledo was able to separate a little bit with a 64-57 lead with 5 minutes in the game, but Central Michigan would begin to come back, and a slam dunk from Harrison Henderson helped CMU regain the lead with 20 seconds left. Ray J. Dennis then drove to the basket, making it a 1-point game with 10.1 seconds remaining. The turnover on the inbound gave the ball back to Toledo, but that still wouldn't be it, with Ryan Rollins missing the first free throw on a 1-for-1. Henderson would then rebound it, and CMU had enough time to get to the other end of the court for one last shot. As time ran out, Dennis grabbed the rebound, sending the Rockets to the next round of the tournament after Toledo won 72-71.
Just a proud of our guys, proud of our win. Clearly a team that didn't panic.
The following night would prove to be another tough matchup for the Rockets against the Akron Zips. Akron started the match off making 5 of their first 9 shots, getting out to an early 12-7 lead. Toledo would then go on to score 9 straight points, bringing them closer to the Zips, with Akron now only up 17-14 with 12 minutes still left in the first half. A 13-4 run by the Zips, though, gave them a 30-18 lead over the Rockets with 5 minutes still left before halftime. Akron would continue to build on their lead, but Ryan Rollins hitting a pair of jumpers brought the Rockets within 10 at the half, with Akron now leading 38-28 at the intermission. The Rockets came out of halftime hot, scoring the first 6 points of the half. A JT Shoemate triple was enough to bring UT within 1. Xavier Castaneda then hit back-to-back threes, continuing to extend the Zips' lead. Toledo would continue to try coming back, but down the stretch, Akron continued to drain shots, and Toledo failed to score in the final minute and a half, leading the Akron Zips to take down the top-seeded Rockets with a final score of 70-62.